most dudes don't truly care about your past unless it's affecting this right here.
Right now.
Welcome to another episode of Something for the People. This is your boy B Hunt, aka the Silent Prophet, along with my co-host Big Country.
What's good, people? How y'all doing?
You couldn't let the process be the process. And that's the frustrating part about it, is that's when that broken person goes to another person
And
creates another broken person.
Welcome to another episode of Something for the People. This is your boy B Hunt, aka the Silent Prophet, along with my co-host Big Country.
What's good, people?
What it do? Before I get started, as always, or at least as recent, if you listen to us on any podcast network, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe. I'd appreciate that, add it to your library. But if you are out there in the YouTube world and you stumbled across this, hit that like and say. But if you want to tell your friends about this, go ahead and let them know it is something, the number 4, DA people. And to make that search just a little easier, you're going to throw podcast at the end. That's going to put us at the top of your search, and I guarantee you'll find your way back here. So, without further ado, I'm going to jump right into the episode. Most influential in old school R&B. Who you think?
So, sorry, people. My voice a little, my allergies kicking in, but, we still going to get through it. My most influential person, I would say, would be Anita Baker. And the reason I say Anita Baker, because she could talk to you about anything that was going on. Before you saw her face, you knew she spoke to you. She could speak to you about the issues that you were going through. If you want to be a better lover, listen to some of her music. If you want to be a better person in a relationship, look at it like she had the song Talk to Me. Whatever you're going through, just talk to me. Tell me what's going on in your mind. Tell me what you need. How can I be the better person?
Okay.
What about you?
I'm going to always go with R. Kelly. Here's what it is.
Okay.
I know what he did, whatever. I also know what he did in relation to R&B music. Is like, even from behind bars, there's nobody we gonna ever be able to say is more influential than that man in the R&B space. Period.
Okay.
Because everybody you listen to now, they listen to him. That's why they do what they do.
Yes, but they also said that R. Kelly bit his stuff from Aaron Hall. Like his look, his way he sung at first, when he first came out, he basically jacked Aaron Hall style.
He could look. There's a difference. All right, so I like Kobe over Jordan, right? And this is a rep. I like Kobe over Jordan. But if you ask me who I feel like Kobe was influenced by, I'm gonna be like Michael Jordan, without question. The work ethic, the skill set, that's the fadeaway. That's all you take.
Okay.
Easy. But if you ask me if I continue down any basketball path at my meager 5'8.5" inches, I'm gonna be like, the person I want to play like is Kobe Bryant, knowing full well who Michael Jordan is. That's why I'm like, there's a lot of people who know who Aaron Hall is, but when it comes to singing, I want to sing and produce music like Kelly, though. I know who came, but I know who is. You know what I'm saying? I don't see. There's nobody one. There's no way. Everybody.
Would it be because he sold sex?
No. First of all, how many people before?
First of all, hang on. Look at it like this, though. How many people were conceived to R. Kelly song? If you're born in the 90s, bruh,
he literally put the culture out there.
If you look at 90s music in general, like with all of his songs, Bump and Grind, Honey Love, all them, Born in the 90s, don't get me wrong, it was a great album. But how many of them songs were just about sex? Basically, the entire album.
But when you ask me, when it comes to influencing the culture,
Okay.
we just had a brief discussion about what Chris Brown did. He started one way, and then what does he sell now? Sex, man.
Basically, he sells everything, though.
No, he's selling sex,
Man, right now, Chris Brown's selling drugs.
Might be sex and drugs. I'm not concerned, but
Love and Tessa, huh?
Look, this is what I'm gonna tell you. This is what I'm saying. If R. Kelly didn't exist, music the way we listen to it now would not be what it is. You know,
I would say that a lot of people bit R. Kelly's sound because of the way he did things. He actually brought sex to the forefront. Because honestly, I would say before R. Kelly, you had people here and there, but they weren't really talking about sex.
regardless, I don't want us to diminish the R. Kelly catalog, man.
Give me 5 songs of R. Kelly that don't have to do with sex.
I ain't gotta give you 5. I can give you one song, fam, and I guarantee you it played at your graduation. I believe I can fly. That's all I need to say. It influenced you to go and do it. It ain't even about graduating. Nothing about. It was made for Space Jam, but they was like, this shit's so hard, fam. Every time a child walk across this stage, knowing full well that he just got out of a relationship with Aaliyah, we gonna put that on. Influential. Happy people. How many people still? It's people who. All I'm saying is this. If a millionaire became a millionaire off robbing the bank, right, and walks into a convenience store and spends the money, does that make the convenience store clerk as guilty as the bank robber? No. In my mind, it don't. What I'm saying is his influence, regardless of how treacherous his past was, surpassed all his
past. He was doing this up until he got caught.
It passed all his crimes got passed up by his ability to produce the music. And don't get me wrong. Look,
maybe the first time it got passed up,
no.
but look at it like this.
He peed on a girl.
Yeah, okay. Okay, my bad. The third time was the charm. I'm sorry. Third time was the charm. Because he had Leah, then he had Sparkle, little cousin or whatever.
Then he peed on somebody.
That was the girl he peed on. Sparkle's cousin.
Oh yeah, Sparkle's cousin, right.
But
allegedly,
nigga, if you saw the videotape, you could see it was him.
What I'm saying is he could beat trial, but he couldn't beat the court of the people. You know what I'm saying? Because he wouldn't.
The court of the people got him back in from trial to get him convicted.
That's what I'm saying. If they would have never made Surviving R. Kelly would be surviving right now, probably with a
that is true. Because if they wouldn't have made that documentary, Surviving R. Kelly, I do not think he would have went to jail.
Right.
But they made the documentary, threw so many people in it. Even Dave Chappelle was like, I don't know this man. And they were trying to put him in there too. Yeah. So basically,
a last stitch effort. This is, if it don't happen this time, girls, it ain't gonna happen. And you're like, okay. But what I am saying is this. We started this off with Anita Baker.
Yes, Anita Baker's still fire.
And R. Kelly is so influential, he's altered this conversation to be about.
No. R. Kelly has done so much that we have an issue with. But right now, you could hear Anita Baker's voice right now and be able to tell who she is.
R. Kelly too.
So what we're not going to do is take it away from Anita.
I want you to do this too. You know R. Kelly riffs so well, if somebody else sung them, you'll be like, R. Kelly wrote that. No, you have no idea. You're like, I can't say 100%, but that sounds like a Kelly song. He wrote that. And I guarantee you go look through that little book that they used to put in CDs after music switched up the game. But you look through there, written by R. Kelly. Guaranteed. Now, if that ain't influence, I can influence it so much that they know my sound. Now, I don't have to sing it. My sound ain't even my voice. It's how I sing it.
But we already know sex sells more than anything.
But I believe I can fly sales more than anything. Okay? Stop trying to diminish what he's doing, dog.
First of all I'm saying is you're giving the man.
I'm not giving that man nothing but his flowers. Even though I gotta give him, he didn't go to a casket for me to give it to him. I just recognize what he did. I'm giving you the flowers in prison, fam.
I guess
this is what it. Your career died. Here you go. I acknowledge the fact.
You know they say bringing back another album.
You should or not. Prison ain't the final chapter. You know what I'm saying? You do your thing. It don't even matter. What I'm saying is this though. Hey, R. Kelly gonna forever go down as one of them guys, man. And last question, if you could make it quick. Versus battle. Who would you put in the verses against me today?
Honestly, I don't think nobody matching sound for sound in their prime, her in her prime. Maybe I would say Aretha Franklin. Maybe.
The thing about that is, I don't care who you put in the phone. I don't want to put them in it. I don't want them to get slaughtered. So I don't even waste their time.
Okay, hold
like, I don't even waste time.
Hold up. Because you also know Tank was out there too, writing for everybody, still making music and all that kind of stuff.
Hard. But when Tank singing, look, I can tell Tank from I can tell it's Tank is Jamie Foxx singing it. Yeah. But when his ability to write and me be oblivious to is it him or what, I give him props. I'm not gonna ever. But if you ask me, hey, you want to put Tank in a versus R. Kelly, and be like, as magical as maybe I deserve was, I don't want to do that.
You lucky I can't hit the notes right now. I'll hear woo woo woo.
Here's what it is. Why do you think blacks have the highest divorce rate?
I'll be honest, because we have this thing that a lot of people don't want to admit to, pride, and sometimes it's just pride messing with you, as I always say.
Right.
Because I think a lot of times as black people, we get pitted against each other, black men, black women, younger black people versus older black people, that the reason our divorce rates are so high, nobody wants to swallow their pride. Everybody's like, oh, no, it's never me, it's them.
I think, of course, we already know the person himself most cases. There's a lot of things that put us in a position we didn't have. You could blame one thing, you know it's more.
Yeah.
Pride, hands down. And I don't want us to, as black people, shoot it down like, pride is a terrible thing, but at the same time, when you got so much pride to where you can't function even amongst the people you're supposed to be proud of, like, you're supposed to have this unity and this pride up, but your pride has become, it's internalized and become selfish, and it's all about you proud about just you. You walk through this life as an individual, and you don't recognize that you're part of a group, right? Yeah. Cool. Outside of that, I'm going to throw this in there. The way the system is set up, as far as owning things, not owning things, business world, and all that, when you throw finance on top of like this poverty rate.
Well, no, we can't even say that. Because even back in the day, we were broke, but we were together. Like, up until the 70s, we were broke. Like, black people, ain't like we always, we had money, now we don't have money. No, we were barely making. I remember my parents and my grandparents, they worked different jobs trying to make ends meet, trying to hustle, get stuff together. But we understood, hey, we're more impactful together. It wasn't until after Martin Luther King, Malcolm X and them died that we started breaking apart as, Mr. Welfare and Mr. Everything else comes in and starts helping me out, but you can't have somebody in the house. So it's like I could do it by myself. Oh, you figure it out yourself. And we start separating instead of actually, hey, we still need each other. Like we keep giving these caveats like, oh well, I don't need you, but I want you. Nigga, I want my wife, but I need my wife.
I don't know.
I love my wife to death.
I'm gonna have to disagree with that.
Okay.
I don't do that. I don't do need. I need, sure, I need, if I wish to survive, I do need water.
Okay.
And if I wish to survive comfortably, I do need water, food, shelter. Right? That's shelter. You know what I'm saying?
And if you wish for the next generation to survive, you need a woman. Just like a woman needs a man.
No. I mean, sure, for the act of procreating, hey, if I
Don't
wish
you need
to,
them?
if I wish to have a child, then sure. But technically, with the way modern science is, and I hate to use that because I hate when people use it against me, but at the same time, the way modern science going, look,
I don't believe so.
I can go throw that up in the sperm bank, and then somebody, you can have a baby.
You know how you had that? A man had to shoot up in the sperm bank in order for you to do it.
But
just like a woman has to have eggs in order for you to do it.
When you say the statement, you need the person. Well, I take it as this. Hey, I need you to be here with me, like around. I need you. I need you. Like, no, it need this. I don't need you. I want you. Like, I don't want you to feel like if you walk out, I'm gonna die off or lose something. I'm not gonna lose nothing.
Well, I'm never the type that I'm not going to die without a woman. I'm not. But I know me being who I am not going to be able to make it without my wife, the woman I love, the woman I want to be with. Is a necessity for me. Now, am I going to say I could survive without my wife? Yes. People have been doing it all the time.
If you can make it without it, you don't need it. That's what I'm.
But would you be happiest or would you not?
Now, see,
that is no.
Happiness
is a need. If you don't have happiness, you get into what they call depression, and depression will kill you.
Yeah, but I still don't need. I want you here because I want to be happy. But if my life is shortened because I intend to be depressed, then that's just a choice I made. I don't want to put the reason you don't. Also, don't take it as a negative view. The reason I don't want to put need on it is because I don't want to give somebody that burden. It's nothing you gonna do that's gonna put me in a state where I can't survive this thing.
But when you say it like that, a lot of times what goes on in our culture is when you say, I don't need you, it goes to the fact that not that I don't want to be with you, not that I don't want to love you, but it's like, oh, I'll do it without you. And when you say I'll do it without you, it's going, okay, Jay-Z had to, her nigga said they made hoes, so they made hoes say go, make another hole. So if you sit here and tell me you could do it without me, a man could do it without a woman, or a woman could do it without a man, I'm like, okay, fine, go find somebody else then. Because you said it. Now,
like, if we gonna throw you the feelings in it, that's different.
But we all got feelings.
We all got feelings, but feelings are fictional. They've made up. Your feelings don't really dictate anything else. Your feelings don't dictate anything outside your control.
Okay, look at it like this. Your feelings told you at one point in time, if my wife cheats, divorce. That's feelings, right? That's feelings.
But that's also a decision. Because who's to say?
Off of feelings.
No. The feeling did nothing. When I created the consequence, the idea was implanted. It's real now. Hey, you do this, there's a consequence for that. You will be left. Why? And it's because, hey, I won't stand for that. Regardless of my feelings. I don't stand for that. Even if I was somebody who, for some odd reason, was with that whole cockle thing, it was like, hey,
Cuck, bro.
bro, look, you the guy who into that junk.
No, because I like to be knowledgeable. I like to understand more things.
You're.
Well, I'm just saying, if you're gonna say it right, bro.
Okay. You just saying I don't care.
Because not one person on here knew what cockle meant. What that mean?
You know what it means.
No, not one person did.
Not one person? I'll explain how I know at least one person. Real quick. Your ability to correct me lets me know that you understand. Because
that's because I understand you.
So that's one person, correct?
No. I'm the person. If I understand you, I can understand certain things.
And in other news, before if you agree with him, agree with him. If you don't, you don't. But I know you do.
Feel free to put it down in the comments if you agree.
This is what I'm saying. His whatever word he just said, because I don't see the significance of repeating it. If I was a guy who was in that lifestyle and I really had no issue with it, if my wife at some point decided to be a porn star and I was like, it's because your profession.
Would you be cool with your wife being a porn star? No. Why? That's not going feelings, bro. It's not feelings, man. Oh my God, them no feelings, bro.
Now don't get me wrong, feelings are tied into it, but no, I'm a guy of a certain caliber. My girl don't do that.
Why? Because of your feelings.
No, bro.
What you're trying to do is take all feelings out. Men and women have feelings.
Men and women have feelings, but men and women have feelings that are false. They're not real. That's a figment of your man. That's in your head.
I guess everybody got a figment in
yes,
their head.
Everybody has a figment in their head. It's fictional.
So at what point does it become reality?
What point does it come reality? When you start telling me what you want. That's a want. You want that. It's not that you
your wants are your feelings. What you want out of something.
That's what I'm saying. You want that. But when you ask me, when you tell me, because the whole point of the conversation was, well, not the whole point, but the point that we pivoted on was you said, I need you. I'm not going to lie to you. Don't. And you might feel some type of way about that, but you see that feeling you got? It's just pride fucking you. Throw that out.
Now, see, you use my language, but you know I don't cuss. So it's okay though. But I'm saying it like this. I know I need my wife. My wife makes me a better person.
No, Journey.
Yes, she does.
Make you a better person.
Oh my God.
If you want to tie that
you're
to
gonna
your
be
wife,
one of them people.
I'm not trying to be one of those people. But there's plenty of people out there with quality wives who are jacked up people. Your wife don't make you nothing.
No. I could say, for example, I could use example from the way that I used to be to the way I am now. I think my wife made me a better person. Now, you may not agree. I could say it like this, because I know from a dude that was, what was it you called me, a wolf? Not even a dog, but a wolf. What made me change? My wife. My wife is what made me change. What made me elevate my game from what I was? Because I was working, but my wife pushed me to go forward. So if my wife pushed me to go forward, she put me in places that I didn't go by myself. Why?
All right, so
the push.
My question to you would be, when you on your interview, is your wife sitting in the seat next to you?
Honestly, I was thinking about my wife. Hey.
I said sitting in the seat. Was she sitting in the seat next to
you? No.
All right, so now there's a point where I could be like, oh, my dad played a pivotal role in my ability to play. Okay. But did my dad make me a better artist? No, I don't think that.
Why reason being,
why I wouldn't give credit to my dad being making me a better artist is because, hey, look, from where I sit here, where your skill set couldn't produce this right here. If you asked me if he made me a better mechanic, of course, I would not have touched the car if he had not been in my life.
Now, you said your dad played a pivotal role in you being an artist.
Yes.
So, without your dad playing that role, would you have done what you did without him? No,
Yeah.
because that is the pivotal part. That's just like if your dad, we talked about basketball earlier before the show.
Huh?
Okay, for some people, your dad or your family member, whoever was there for you, grandfather, they play a pivotal role in making you the person you are. So without them playing that pivotal role, you cannot sit here and say, oh, well, I would still did the exact same thing.
No. What I will say is this. You are the sole driving force for you. There's nothing like when you give out all these people these magical powers. You had this hold on me that made me do X, Y, Z.
Magical
And this
powers.
is what,
No, it's
look,
influence. It's not magical.
nah.
Certain people play an influence in your life to push you where you need to be.
Okay, what influence outside of the I might lose you?
It wasn't the fact of me losing or gaining my wife or anything because she was my girlfriend. But okay, pivotal role. As I said on the last episode, my wife gave me the down for my apartment. Without my wife, I would not have been in that apartment.
Right.
So I'm not gonna sit here and say, "Oh well, I would have got an apartment one day."
So
but that apartment, I would not have gotten.
If that in that situation, because she provided the funds, yeah, you needed her for that apartment transaction. But when you tell me I need a person to live, like I need you, I don't need. There's another the bank would have gave me a loan if necessary. Like,
but then you would have owed the bank.
But it's not about the owing. The conversation we're having right now is about the need. I don't need your money. I want your money because your money comes with less stipulations than the bank. But in reality, I could have did it without you.
And you know, dude, what you're saying right there is the reason why divorce rates are so high. Yeah. Because of the fact that you're like, well, I could do it by myself.
You could.
Because us as black people, we keep having this idea, this goal. We could do it on our own. We could do it by ourselves. Instead of actually us trying to work together to build an empire, I want to build my own empire.
No.
Nah, I don't need you to build my empire.
What I don't want is for you to mix up the message I'm trying to give. Because we as people spend, especially black people, have spent so much time explaining why we don't have something. Everybody want to put it in somebody else's hands, right? Oh, right now in Florida, granted, not Florida, but Mississippi. And Deion Sanders, they was like, they got a water crisis. They switched the flow, they switched the water supply, so now we can't do nothing with the water, right? There was a few people who said, regardless, we need water. If I'm gonna run a restaurant, I need water. They got up, they went, they got through some bottled water, and then there was one girl, she went, started a GoFundMe, said, hey, supplies with the funds, I'll drive it out to these elderly people, these young people, water. The water was a necessity. Those kids and all the people could have got their own water too. But hey, I don't need the government to supply my people with water. I want y'all to do right because I pay taxes like everybody else. But if you think you're gonna put me down or make me less than because you have, the water refinery, no, man. That's why I say I don't want to have pride be like a negative. I don't want.
It sounds like what you're doing right now is pride, messing with you, because of the fact that, okay, look at it like this. Yes, each person should be able to go out and get their own and do their own. But what if you couldn't? You needed somebody to help you out. Oh, you may not have a car. Maybe the place was so far that you couldn't get to it by yourself. Like,
difficult.
The issue with the black community is, yes, we don't stand together.
I say that, but
we don't.
It's not.
It is
See
a
right
need
there? You see right there?
for us to stand together.
There's when you throw that need in there, it's like now I gotta be attached to people I don't necessarily want to be attached to. When you get to a point where everybody's able to say, regardless of what you gone through or did or whatever, I want to stand with you. I want to stand with you. It's a decision I'm making currently to, hey, I'm gonna put all that aside. All that we throw that out the window. This is what we gotta do. And I want you here. It's not a need because it's not an obligation. We've proven that it's not an obligation because people don't do it. It's not a need. We don't do it. So it's not something, and people are still moving around and still living their lives. We gotta want to do better as a people.
Now, look at our community, and we could go and wrap this one up. Look at our community. Look at all the other community people. Mm-hmm. Jewish people stay together. Mm-hmm. Asian people stay together. Mm-hmm. Everybody else sticks together because they need each other. Black people right now do not stick together because there's always somebody like, I don't want you here. With that person is the best person to help you out, but I don't want you there. Nah. I want this person here.
See, with that being said, you got people deciding what people gonna be what. See, we want this ultimate goal. When you start breaking it down on a micro level and start saying, "Oh, I don't want that person to do it," that's your problem. But if you can unite all the people and say, "We want this, and we gonna get that,"
and what is that?
Whatever it is.
No. What is that called? A need. We need to get this done.
Look, I'm telling you.
Okay. Right next one because you're gonna buck the thing the entire time. I think I've proven my point. But it's okay.
My point too. I'm just saying.
Y'all put it down at the bottom and see tell us which one you agree with.
Like this, those.
If you say so, bro.
Tell me I need I don't need nothing. I mean I need water, food, shelter. Alright, cool. Why is it harder for educated black women to get married?
Well, my opinion, I'm just saying my opinion, is the fact that because you've reached a certain status or a certain level, you, as black women, I've never known a black woman to want to go under. Like, oh, I want something worse off than what I could get. I deserve this. I don't think black women in general will talk to a dude that they think is lower than them. And the higher that black women have starting to get, like, black women have accomplished a lot of things, and I will always give them their props for that. But the fact that, oh, you do not make as much money, oh, you do not have as much success, I think that holds a lot of women back. Black women in general. Because yes, you're the most educated going to get your education now. But you're still the less likely to have a man other than other races. So why is that? If I'm so educated, I should be smart enough to get a man.
You answered your question, then posed the question that you had already answered.
I know.
So, yeah, once the women jump into their college phase, if they wish to marry within, like, hey, because we always had that concept, evenly yoked, right?
Yeah.
So if a certain percentage of black women is a rising population, black women go to college and ultimately graduate. Just like you said, most of the time, who you finna talk to? You ain't finna talk to not a lot of black guys. Not black guys in the educational system. The way that it's set up currently is not built for. First of all, it's not built for men. But outside of not being built for men, it's not built especially for black men. And if you go back and you be like the whole ADHD and all of this, not because people don't fully understand black children, right? So you don't necessarily make it to that whole level of secondary school, scholastic, going into college. You don't get there. And now you got a woman who's already surpassed that, and she's not looking back for you because at that point, hey, you ain't keeping up. The reason why I say we have to go to a point where we like, I'm gonna be with you because you, and then I want you to be great and however you can. Because there's a lot of black men out here who didn't necessarily go to college, but they still find their way to be successful.
Yeah.
And it's proven because it's a lot of successful black men. And we already know that the college rate attendance for black men is not is nowhere near what it is for women. So if there's successful black men out here, and if your criteria for me to be with you is a college degree, but you've already determined that that system ain't set up for me, why am I going to put myself in a losing battle in hopes to win something that you might ultimately feel like still ain't enough? There's a lot of people with degrees using them to keep warm.
Like, I think about it like this, and I'm gonna even hit this one. If you're a biblical person, they always say, "Be not so heavenly minded that you're no earthly good." If you're so smart with everything else, sometimes you gotta make sure that you're able to reach your entire audience. If you're very smart with everything, but you go over everyone else's head,
Right.
you're not reaching your entire audience. So you're only reaching certain people, certain black men. And then with those certain black men, they may not be looking for the things that you want.
Right.
Like, as a black man, I ain't never told my wife she gotta make the same amount of money as me, ever.
And that's for men. If I guarantee you, if men were, if the scales had tipped and men were the people making all the college, black men were the people who were most important to college, this wouldn't even be an issue. This would not even be because men historically have no issue marrying down as far as financial status. Like, because
But as a man, you don't look at it as marrying down. I marry who I want. Like,
what I'm
exactly who I want. I want the woman that's gonna love me, take care of me when I'm sick, when I'm doing wrong, when I'm doing rough. I want the woman that's gonna be there to fit my needs,
Right.
not when I gotta be up all the time in order to please her. Because we all know it's seasons around here. It's like going up, going down, going up, going down. Sometimes I may be on top. Sometimes I may be underneath. I don't want when I'm underneath. I gotta wonder where you at, or if you thinking about leaving.
See, that's what I'm saying. So they reach that status and they use that like you using college as criteria for your relationship. So hey, once you get to that point, you start using finances as criteria for your relationship. It's not that we don't live and do good. We do excellent. But the fact that I make 25,000 more than you makes this an issue.
Yeah.
So now you're not perceive it. You're not the alpha in my relationship because you don't make more than me. And we already know who initiated divorce more because we just said
Educated women issue divorce 90% of the time.
And then when it comes to black women, which we've already determined, they pushing the button fat. They 63%. They pushing the button. They quit. I'm out. Because all it takes. Only thing I gotta do to fall from grace is not meet your criteria, and it could be for 1 year. Hey, my job did layoffs. Oh, we got financial trouble. Well, you a man, ain't you? You gotta go. Disregard the fact that I've been a good man, providing quite well for the last 15.
Yeah.
I couldn't provide this year, and now that guy over there is looking like a better option. See, when you start doing it, you feel better option. Because in their mind, I need a man, and I need the best man.
But that's why I look at, even though he's not in the culture, Jeff Bezos.
Yeah.
Jeff Bezos, even when him and his wife divorced, the reason why he gave her so much, she's been there from the beginning.
Really?
Like, she held him down. So, yeah, they may have split, but he realized, hey, she been holding me down since day one.
Mm-hmm.
I can't cheat her. But there are sometimes nowadays, especially when it comes to education, we look like we're better. I got one up on you. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, if you choose me as your spouse, I choose you as mine. We in this together. We on the same playing field.
Mhm.
I don't look at myself because, like, God bless me now. I do make good money. On top of making good money, yes, I do pay the majority of the bill. I thank God for that because I could take that off of my wife.
Mhm.
The idea that we have in our culture now, if the man does it, oh, that's great. But let them roll switch a little bit. Oh, that's a hell of an issue.
And so that's what I wanted to get. The reason I feel like educated black men have a hard time being in a relationship and keeping a relationship is gender roles. They're so educated that they become educated on what, like everybody can tell you what a man is supposed to do, right? Because you go ask an educated black woman, hey, you already a brain surgeon, statistically, not like when you push a black woman going to the brain surgery, you gonna, I would, I would like y'all to start, but at the same time, here we go. You a brain surgeon, you making X number of dollars, right? Now you want your husband to be evenly yoked, right? So he got to go be a brain surgeon as well, right? But he like, you got more than enough money. If you really like doing the brain surgery, I'm not into that for real, for real. I just did it to be evenly yoked. I just want to be a stay-at-home husband. You say that to a black woman, you stay at home and I work. Gender role, red flag gender role. No, you mean to tell me I'm gonna go make all the money and you gonna stay here with the kids and take care of them? We gotta get rid of that. We gotta go back, and because we have to, everything's been updated except the role of the man. And I'm not saying that I don't want you to put the role and say the masculinity. No, the man can be masculine too. When you look across the board, there's a new statistic, well not new statistic, but there's a new this I don't even I'm gonna stop saying new. We've discovered that majority of the people locked up in the prison come from single mother homes, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to knock no single mother. Hey, it's a hard job, especially when you're trying to do it alone, right? But when that statistic gets flipped, it's not the same numbers cannot be applied when you talking about single father home.
Yeah.
Almost the equivalent as if you had both parents in there. The level of discipline and the level of guidance that a man brings that brings social order, because you got to understand where we sit as men. You as a man typically reach a powerful position, just naturally powerful, and you have to tame that beast to be in this society. Because if we left it to how we move, it would be war all the time. If I chose to show you, hey, bro, I could break you at any point.
Now, I do want to put this out there. Just because you are of the age of 18 or older does not make you a man. So, one of the issues that we have out here, there are young boys pretending to be men, and then a lot of people look at it as, oh, that's a man. You said he was a man. Like, hey, man's supposed to do this. No, no, no. Them are little boys. I had to tell people numerous times, just because you are of age does not make you a man.
Right.
Like, as a man, you're cut from a certain cloth. And a lot of people don't want to look at that. Like, I'm out here standing. Like, my wife, she went through some issues in the last couple of weeks, and I always have been supportive. One thing that made me feel good as a man, not my wife saying, oh, how much she loved me and all that kind of stuff, but the fact that my wife knows I'm her rock. I'm going to stand on it. I don't care if the world comes against my family. I'm going to take any burden, any shot, anything that comes to my family. And as a man, that is your job. But I know in today's climate, we'll say, no, that's not a man's job no more. But from me and my house and from the things that I've seen growing up as a man, yes, that is your duty.
I would say it this way. Because what you say for your household is 100% true. I don't question that in any way, shape, form, or fashion. If it comes to my household, I live very similar to the ideas you put out. At the end of the day, just like we don't like stereotypes for all black people, you know what I'm saying? All black people ain't criminals, ain't thugs. All black people ain't this, ain't that. All relationships ain't what we like. You can't be. Because you can't throw a blanket statement over black relationships or the expectation of a
Now,
man in a relationship.
I'm gonna give you just a little bit of pushback. When we talk about stereotypes, yes, we do like stereotypes. We act like we don't like them. First of all,
We don't like negative stereotypes.
we don't like certain stereotypes. Like, let's be honest. Every black man at some point in time then used has not said something about the slanging meat. Like, as a black man, let's be honest. Like, oh, you won't say no.
I got video proof, man.
No.
I got a whole podcast
Like,
that we sat across from my homeboy, and I told him, "Hey, hypersexualizing me."
but
Even
as
though
black men in general,
like
not
you-
one black man, but all. If we talk about all,
nah,
more black men think about that because, and they will not knock that statistic down because it
But
makes you look good in
I'll
certain people's eyes.
I'll explain why it also makes you look bad in certain people's eyes. I'm not saying the whole slang either. The hypersexualization of African American men is problematic because Woodrow Wilson wrote History Wrote in Lightning. And he saw Birth of a Nation, right?
Yeah.
And that was all about this this black this black slave who was actually a white guy in blackface, but we can find that out. This black man trying to take the custody of white woman. He can't resist white women. And I'm not trying to throw this into a race situation. I'm just giving you, if you mad at me for saying it, then you should be mad at the producer of the movie because I'm only telling you the plot of this film where they had the Ku Klux Klan ride around like there was some sort of hero saving this white woman from this black man because he's ravenous and can't control himself around. Easy. So, the hypersexualization of black men is problematic. Although we choose to do it like we do the N word, and we want to rewrap it and revamp it and make it something better than what it is,
Yeah.
no, I'm not going to sit here and make positive light out of the tools of those who want to suppress you. No, look, keep that. Don't worry about my penis size. Don't worry about how I operate today. When I get with my wife, and she can understand the type of pressure that I'm bringing. But for y'all, you need to see me as who I am. Black man who deserves it.
And looking at that, you're one man.
Mhm.
How many men would you honestly say that exact same thing? Honestly, black men, how many? You are like the only one. That is why I'm saying it. Well, my bad. We got two. Our producer said it. So you have two that have honestly come out and said that.
All right,
Majority speaks for all.
I agree.
So in
But hold
majority,
on, wait. Damien, he switched his side. He dealt with an encounter. If I'm lying, you can put it in the comments. Don said, right? He called me, hey, bro, it's a situation that came up. I understand what you're saying.
yes,
And he said, they don't need to do that.
and yes. The thing is, what I'm saying is like you have a small set of people that think about this and are like, man, I don't want to be hypersexualized, but sexualized because I've said the same thing. I've been told that by numerous people. And I'm like, where the hell that come from? You like, but at the end of the day, I'm not speaking for the few. We're just talking about the majority because most black people think certain ways about things. And yes, we have to get out of those things. Just like a lot of black women, not all, but a lot of black women think if you're not at this level, I can't mess with you.
And that's why you, as well as I know, the purpose of the podcast.
Yes.
When the majority is going the wrong way, the purpose of this podcast is to show, nah, we headed that way, fam, and we know we going the right way.
Yes.
So, granted, I have to allow the majority to rule right now, but what the majority is doing right now isn't beneficial to us as a people.
And I agree with that.
So I want them to about face and really think about what they accepting and trying to push that off on the people like that's what you need. You don't need that foolishness, man. Don't get me wrong. If you was a sex worker and that's how you getting your check, for you that's beneficial. But for us, you don't need to throw that blanket statement. But when it comes to relationship, at this point in the game, we gotta rethink it. If your check, especially when we neck and neck when it comes to financial and ability to provide finance, we gotta go through the process of revamping what we believe. Hey, this is your role. This is your role. Now, when it comes to your household, if it comes to protecting your household, standard men born and due to testosterone are physically stronger than women. So I would hope and pray that you would protect your household in the way that I expect you to do. But I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that your wife can't do it. In my household,
well, you can tell me I'm toxic, whatever you want to call me, but at the end of the day, no. As a man, this is what we doing.
You have to take your home.
Yes.
Yeah.
Get up. Like I
agree.
heard it, and I'm gonna leave it alone after this. I was at one job, or probably about 5 years ago, and me and this guy were talking back and forth, and I was like, bruh, we were talking about being a man and protecting homes and stuff like that, and he was like, oh, I can't fight. I'm like, oh, okay, you got a gun? He's like, no, I ain't got a gun. Oh, so what would you do to protect your house?
I just got one. I'm gonna let you finish. Is he in Texas?
Yes, he's in Texas. Okay. And the thing is, because he was from another country. And I was like, okay. So I asked him, I'm like, so you can't fight. You ain't got no gun. How are you protecting, how would you be able to protect your family? Like, well, everybody for themselves. And as a man, for me, I'm like this is what we do in life. This You are less than a man to me. I don't care if you call me toxic. I don't care if you say I'm ignorant. I don't care if you say I'm old fashioned. But you can't protect your family? No way. And you say, oh, we all in it together? No, we not.
Primary issue I have with that is if my father has taught me nothing, she taught me extensive amount. Like I know a whole bunch of a man, if nothing else, is a problem solver. And he sat and had a conversation with a fellow problem solver. You can't fight. Okay, I'll fix your problem. This is basically what you said. I'll fix your problem. Go buy a gun. You in Texas.
Yeah.
Go buy you a gun.
Open carry state.
Go buy it. No, I don't want to do that. So, okay, what's your solution? Oh, everybody for themselves. Thanks. If by that, I 100% agree with you. I would, if I'd be like, I find it that you may be less of a man and you do not meet the qualifications for manhood in my work.
Yes, because I don't care what you say.
I don't safety of my family first. Look, I'm gonna take these blows. Y'all just get out. Whatever. I'm gonna fight it out. I'm gonna shoot it out, but y'all survive. If nothing else,
exactly,
you survive. So yeah. Look, I don't know who you are, but if you watch this podcast, you know who you are. Please, either go and join a dojo or go buy you a gun, bro. It's on you. You're gonna eat. What's wrong with this child? All right. Women relationship success and the amount of sexual partners they have a direct correlation. And so, It's crazy. If you have, what is it? I think it's 5 and under.
Mm-hmm.
The chances for a successful relationship. Here, if you have between 5 to 10, it's a drastic drop. You probably ain't gonna find it. And then if it's above 11, but I don't know, they didn't give me the sweet spot to where it cut off. But if it's 11 into something, that also back to the whole you you actually have better chances than those in the 10 to 5. But after that, once you gone out of a certain range, there's no hope. There's really no coming back. So how do I can look at the VST.
Okay, so with these things, I'm gonna sound bad, but okay, I'm just being honest. I would hope that you're not out there just slanging it to everyone. You're not just giving it to everyone. But one of the issues we have out here is in today's society, we've been told women are the exact same as men, and you're not. No matter what you say, you're not. Because I ain't never been like, oh my God, like I'm trying to say be PG with this, but I've been out in this game. I've been out in these streets. I ain't never compared my wife and been like, man, oh, I wish I had that other girl over my wife. She became my wife because she was the best thing for me.
Right.
But one of the things I even know with this statistics is because they compare past lovers, past experiences to the more recent one. Oh, I love him to death, but he's trash in bed. And I'm like, bruh, like, if that's the person you say you want to marry, then like they should be able to complete and fulfill all the roles. If you're thinking about another dude or someone else, but maybe I shouldn't have been the one you laid down with and said I do.
Decisions. I look at jumping in the room, or okay, getting married as a decision. It's a decision you made, and then I sought a higher power outside of the state. Because the state, they won't fail. But at the same time, my higher power is God. So, hey, I make this contract in the sight of God. No, it's tied to my religion, tied to what I believe. My decision is going to be right.
Yeah.
So, in order to be with that woman, she got a certain level of criteria, right? So she's saying, hey, as far as this, that, and the third, this is what I like as far as sex. And this is, I'm going to shout out to Don again. He said, hey, yeah, read some books, take some classes. If sex is the problem in your relationship, seek advice from somebody. Jump off that high horse, get down in dirt. Like, look, this is what do I need? What do you want? Okay, let me go talk to somebody who's proficient at that. Read a book about it. After I had that conversation with the Don on the podcast, I was like, my wife said I'm good. Like before that, she said, "Oh, you good?" I was like, I just want my Kobe Black Mamba mentality on this. I want to be great. I went and read like 3 books, man. And if she was here, I guarantee you she'd say, I thought you was good. But you gotta understand, it's customer service. Yeah. I say it all the time.
Service was smart.
Look, my primary goal is I'm not concerned about how. Stop that. I am concerned. You know, if you're gonna be me, they're gonna be love. But for those of you who don't care, because like I said, we in a different time, in a different space. Mm-hmm. Women have multiple partners, which is, hey, I can't fight the tide. Like, men want sex before marriage, so women give sex before marriage, and then everybody walking around with their spoon on the outside of the box. What up? If you gonna go through the process, please your customer, please your partner, man.
Yeah.
If she say, hey, candidly, being honest with you, I've just had better. Better at what? Okay, if I'm so driven to success, I will go and be like, bruh, what did you do? Knowing full well we talking about my
So
wife.
hold up. So you talking about? I gotta push back on this
Push on
one.
that.
So you would go
Yep.
and ask a former lover of your wives,
I'm all
what
about
did
customer
you do?
service. I'm like, and because if you ain't my homeboy, like as long as you ain't my friend, because I'm like, we don't need to be. I don't want to see you multiple times after this. What I need to know is, but really, you should be able to ask your wife what do we do. But if she like, I don't know, which is better? Look, because I'm so driven to greatness, like that's my ultimate. I crave high levels of success, bruh. I'm willing to humble myself. Like, fam, hey, bruh, look, I know this is weird, it's awkward. I don't like doing this, but that's how much I want my wife to be pleased. What did you do, fam? What did you do? Because she think you the one with in the sex game, and I and like I said, this is feelings. At this point, we all feel. I feel there should be nobody above me in that world for my wife.
Mm. I don't know if I would take it that way. I'm just being honest. I don't know if I would take it that way. But I'm just saying, for me, I'm a person that believes in showing up and showing out. If I'm gonna give it to you, I'm gonna give it to you right. My idea is I look at your body, I learn from your body, I try to do certain things. But in a lot of cases, I've heard women tell people that you just not gonna measure up to that person. I'm like, God dang, that's some crazy. That's craziness right there. And yes, when you start getting out there, I know every woman's like, well, a dude's self-conscious and things like that. Like, as a dude, I used to be very self-conscious about certain things. Then I'm like, hey, you know what? Either I'm gonna show up and give the best I got, or I'm gonna quit complaining. So each time I'm gonna show up and do what I gotta do. It's like I'm trying to be in your top three. Like that's just me. That's always been my mindset. Like because I used to hear girls say all the time, "Oh well," like back in the day they had the Minute Man. You know, Missy Elliott had the I don't want no 1 minute man and all that stuff. But then I created a phobia about it. I've had women be pissed because they couldn't make me bust. And I'm like, it's not your fault. It's just me myself because I know who I am. You, but when you start having all these partners and the partner that you say I won't be with for the rest of your life, I told my wife, if I'm not the best person, let me show me how to be the best person. But what we're not gonna do is play the game where, oh well, you love me so much and screw all that. No, I don't want that.
See, and that's why I'll be like, we got at a certain some places I need to just rely on the testosterone. At a certain point, bro, look, I don't like pride. Yeah, this is where I'm gonna throw that pride in. Look,
Yeah.
I'm here to be great. I don't. What does it take to be it? That's all I need to know. You know what I'm saying? It's like certain things I know. Look, when it comes to it's your job, I just try to be my best. And if it's not good enough, I'll try a little bit harder.
Yeah.
But if you come up and tell me that, Brian, although you've been a great employee for the last 10 years, you just not employee of the month material. You be like, is my check the same? You can keep that. My girl come up and be like, look, I had a couple guys before you, and you just outside of number one. Like you really good, just not at number one. No, I treat this like Afro Samurai. I need that. I need the number one headband for this. I don't. I don't need nothing there. I'm not look. Ain't no participation trophies in my bedroom. I'm him. I
But
gotta be the one.
there is this one saying that they also have about was exclusivity. The fact that I know that everybody doesn't get a turn at what I got. If everybody can get what I got, I love buying certain things. Like, for example, even with my Jordans right now, I got some rare Jordans.
You got some forces, by the way.
Yes, I got forces too, man. I have certain things that, yeah, it's like if I pull them out, it's like, bro, where you get them from? I ain't never seen them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, now everybody don't get to see them. Now if everybody got to see them J's or wear them J's or got a pair of them J's, I got some limited edition Dave White ones that like they made like almost 15 years ago, and you don't even see them anymore.
Mhm.
The fact that I could pull them out right now,
You can't see it.
and everybody like, bruh,
How are you connecting this?
easy, easy. So, for example, with my wife, I don't want everybody to have had or be able to pull out the same thing. Be like, oh yeah, I had that too. Oh yeah, bro, that was good too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well, bro, I got the same pair. Nah. If I pull my wife out right now, I know, man, there may be a couple of people out here
Yeah.
that may have had that pair. Maybe, but I've never run into it.
True say. I do say it this way. On top of that, if you as a person decided to get those pair of shoes that everybody had, I'll hit you with the day. I keep them clean though. Like I'm still the best wearer of these shoes. Like nobody put the fit together like I put it together. And if you say somebody else did, especially my woman, I'm upset. Nah,
Exactly.
I gotta be the one.
Like I say, if I got these J's right now, and the reason I'm saying J's, I'm trying to be more appropriate on camera. So, if I got them J's, I know a lot of people don't have them J's. So if I pull them J's out right now, somebody's gonna ask me, bro, where you get them from? I ain't never seen no J's like that. Yeah, that's how dudes feel about their woman. I don't want the woman that everybody was like, bro, you remember that trick she used to? Did she do the little spin? Oh, she gave you the got 3,000, huh?
Mhm.
Oh, word?
But what I'm saying, if I had to marry got 3,000, you better be 4,000 when you and me. Okay?
Bruh,
I'm not gonna play.
right now, if a nigga out the blue, because you even said it, sorry, if somebody out the blue was like, bruh, nah,
No,
okay,
yeah.
like right now, if a dude out the blue told you about your woman, I don't care how cool you are, how entertaining you gonna be, you automatically pissed. You automatically gonna be like, nigga, oh, we got issue now.
What are you talking? Why are you telling me about mine? I already know about mine.
I'm just saying, you know you gonna be pissed.
Yeah.
So that's why exclusivity is a huge thing for men.
That's status.
It's like, bruh, they're mine.
We spend our time looking for what's
see
rare.
that.
I want what's rare. I want what people don't have.
Exactly.
Like, yeah. What I'm saying is, if you one of those guys who finds yourself in a space where you end up getting what everybody has had, your next status approval, if you sticking with it, oh, then do it. Your next status symbol on that is this. Hey, whoa, I need to be the best then. Because it's a lot of people in the NBA, but it's only one they trying to say the greatest of all time. I got to be the greatest of all time if I'm going to keep doing it. All right, you won't believe this is brought to you by.
So as always, shout out to my beautiful wife. Love you, baby. Check out her different product lines. She has Wasted Desires. You can go wasteddesires.com. They have thigh chains, anklets, bracelets. They have waist beads. Main thing they sell. Check them out. They have all different types of style, colors, all that. Also, check out Traces Like Mine, hair care product from a black woman for black women. Yanni Like Mine. Ladies, take care of yourself. Take care of it. If you don't know what your Yanni is, look it up.
Tyler Baby, Love You Close, I Love You Die. Mike, State of Being Podcast. SOB to the State of Being. And D-Mac, he's a barber. That being said, Tyre Nichols killed by 5 police officers. The crazy thing about this is all 5 police officers were black.
I don't know. I'm like, don't get me wrong, I'm pissed because it's another life lost. But then the other reason I'm pissed is because I'm like, how the hell they convict? I mean, they fired all these dudes quick as hell. Like, I mean, like, right then.
It's a double. No, don't get me wrong. Them punishing those 5 officers, I agree with.
Yes, they need to be
You
punished.
took somebody's life. Either you were there and you were a physical participant in that child's death, or you were a bystander who did nothing to prevent it. Like you had positional power to stop that, but you did not. You didn't.
Yes.
So the judgment, I agree with, right?
Yes.
However, what I am saying is this: when you look at how long it took, you know,
for any case,
any
we
other case,
we could go to George Floyd. We could go to
George Floyd. You can stay right there on George Floyd. That's like point to point, right?
Yeah.
You got George Floyd choked out by the cop, other cops on his leg, another cop not doing anything to help this man. And it took a very long time for, the law to boom, 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 boom. Like, hey, we don't know. And they got video footage of the whole situation. You know?
Yes.
So
from beginning to end.
In this case, you got video footage of the actual beating, and then the child died a few days later, right? As a result of the injuries he sustained during that situation, right?
Yeah.
As soon as it came to light, 5 cops fired, right?
Yes.
And outside, unlike Chevron, ain't no GoFundMe saying, hey, we need to get him a lawyer. None of that. Because, like you said earlier today, black people, we ain't sticking together. And I'm not saying that we need to stick behind him, because at that point,
right is right, wrong is wrong.
Right.
It doesn't matter what your race, your color, whatever, your gender. Right is right, wrong is wrong. But my issue is the fact that it was so quick for them to fire all of them and then bring up charges on them when they were all black.
And also, it's hard because if we look and we think about, the Chevron case, we were upset because it took them so long to act.
Yeah.
And now we upset because they acted so quickly. But we can't draw no. It's hard for me to draw a.
The issue is it's not fairness out there. Mm-hmm. If it was overall all fair, mm-hmm. I believe if you're a great police officer, thank you. I don't care your race or your sex or whatever. I don't care about that because you're hired to protect and serve your community. Yeah. I don't care. But when you see the disparity, we're going to fire them real quick. But y'all, we may get one, y'all. We're going to get that one. Mm-hmm. What about the one that held his leg? What about the people watching? What about all that? No. Just him. And then you took forever just to get him.
Yep. Took a long time.
That's my issue. Get off. Yes. A lot of people thought he was going to get. You can't name 5 black people that didn't think he was going to get off. That's my issue.
So, in light of that, the child lost his life, and granted, at a certain point, when you join organizations like the police, like the military, over time, you have this perception that, hey, the group is more important than you, right? So, hey, these 5 black cops, But really, we just got to look at them as cops because they were operating in the capacity of protecting service.
Yes.
Right. So, because you're operating in the protecting service space, if they had given you the same amount of protection on the legal side as they had given the Chevron, right, then I can't be upset about it. I mean, I would want to be, but at the end of the day, I'm like, but at least if it's nothing else, at least it's fair. Because that took place and they didn't get fired, brought up on charges all within 3 to 4 days after. Right.
Yeah.
Cool. Or vice versa. Ideally, it would have been the other way. Dude would have got choked out and instantly all y'all cops fired, brought up on charges, just like this case. I feel like the act of them being quick to action is beautiful. Like, yes, we need to. Hey, no, we need to get them off. We don't need to keep them going. No, no, no. Stop them completely, and we need to start figuring out if we need to prosecute or whatever. We need to bring them up and get them their due process. Right?
Yes.
In the other case, I feel like if they would move this quick prior, I wouldn't have such this conflict, internal conflict.
It leaves a bad taste in your mouth.
Yeah.
Because it's like, yes, those cops should be fired. They should be prosecuted. But it's like, you could just like taste it in the back of your throat, like, why the hell is this okay, but that's not okay? I'm like, I don't see the issue.
It's like, if it's posted, if you're seeking this equality thing, why is when it's black on black, you react quickly to that? When it's white on black, you got to look into that. You got to think, I can't necessarily say because you want to tell people that racism don't exist. How can I push that narrative? You know what I'm saying? So it just it gets But like I said, you absolutely right. It left very, very sour taste in my mouth. And then this one, it left it on 2 fronts. One, we as black people have harmed one of our own, and we did it from a position of power. Like now you sitting over you the cop, and you the one beating the problem. And then on the other side, the legal side is okay. Now that that's taking place, and I agree, the process went well, but it makes me reflect back on the other one. And I'm like, now, why did it take so long for you to do that to them, but you easily do that to us? And it makes it seem like I'm just somebody who's gonna complain about it, how you do it, but it's not true. If you gave the cop and the Chevron got the same situation, we had the same process is after what he did, I can't complain about that. The only thing I gotta complain about is, hey, why are we out here attacking each other? I already said, hey, look, if it's black, and granted, I know you're in your position, but if it's black on black and you feel like you need to attack, walk off. And I'm not saying it's a cop walk off, but hey, look, I gotta do my job. I ain't gonna beat you to death, but you're gonna be in handcuffs by the end of it. If you know you're wrong as a person, hey, black on black, but right now to the intent, just say, look, I was wrong. It is what it is. If you caught, take your lick and keep moving. Because right now it gives everybody else the ability to give you that whole, no, black people taking black people. And once again, you're the animals in the cage and everybody gets looking in on that. People know when it's on the cool thing. All right. Mother on social media cuts off her daughter's hair on live because she is not listening to her teachers and doing her work.
See, I'm on the fence about it because I'm like, partly I feel that it's wrong for her to parade around and do her like that, especially on social media. I hate that people in general is like, you don't have to show it all on social media. If you spank your child, you discipline your child, however you discipline them, as long as you don't kill them, and as long as you're not truly abusing them, cool. You are a parent, that's your job. But you don't have to show everything on social media. But on the other hand, I'm like, if I don't warned you enough, I don't see that it's wrong cutting off the hair. It's like, oh, if you think your beauty is all this, you don't want to learn. I told you numerous times. I've talked to your teachers have talked to you. Obviously, you think your looks are going to get you everything in life. Let me help you out right now before you get too far gone. Cut.
I'll say it like this. I just want to know what was the problem. Like, I'm not now if it's a trash situation where the man had an untimely passing, or like I said, if y'all two couldn't and y'all couldn't make it together and y'all got an understanding where we could coexist with this child, and at the time he ain't at the house, but I find that hard to believe. This is why, because you also jumped out there and you said that you in particular had to talk to the teacher multiple times. So it leads me to believe that the man isn't there, right? Because the reason I'm asking for a man is because a man, especially in that situation, understands. If I have to be the villain for you to understand that ain't gonna work, I'll be that villain.
Yeah.
Like,
Call tough love.
yeah. And I can't, and like you guys said earlier, off camera, I can't 100% say that how she's operating wasn't something she learned from the mother. Because if you, the observation I made is, you sitting up here cutting this baby hair off, but why you still got the little eyelash fake filter on there? Like, obviously beauty means something to you. Because I need to put a filter on it. It's comical. The same thing you whooping me for. Like, I'm acting up and acting beautiful in front of my teachers. You acting up and acting beautiful in front of the world.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta parade me around. Look at the beautiful mother disciplining their child. Like, no, you could have just cut the hair off and sent to the school, because that's who needs to know that in my household we don't applaud somebody disrespecting the people who trying to teach you.
Yeah.
Hey, and like I said, as long as if I cut your hair off, that's one thing, right?
Yeah. It'll go back.
It'll go back. But she was out there talking about, like, is this better than any other punishment that you would have received? No.
Yeah, I don't know why you would do that.
I'm like,
because you can see the child over there like, yes, this was the best punishment. Like, look like you cutting the corner of your eyes and stuff. Like, man, if I don't say this, she gonna beat me down off camera. It's like, why would you do that?
I'll tell you why she did that. To preserve her image. Because whose feed you think she's gonna put that on? Huh? She gonna put that on her feed. And she like, I don't want my friends to think that I'm some sort of horrible parent. And I need you to back me up on this.
Right? Man, I'm gonna tell you like this. As a real parent,
to
hell with what my friends say. If this is to better my child, I don't care if you believe what I did was right, wrong, or whatever, indifferent. It's the fact of the matter, I want my child to be the best they could be. I'm not about to put my child on social media. If my child got her butt toe up, or my son got his butt toe up, whatever, it's because that's what I felt was needed. I'm raising my children. But when you start putting all this stuff out there on social media don't mean nothing to me.
But it does mean something to that kid. So she said this punishment is more humane, but you just left that child subject to all kinds of forms of cyberbullying. Then when we go to her class, all those who saw you left her vulnerable to physical bullying.
Yeah.
Right? Then a whooping that you get in your home with no cameras on lasts for however many licks you get. Right?
Yeah.
That video gonna last a lifetime. That video gonna last so long that we talking about it now. It's something like you subjected her to a potential lifelong negative effect. You giving her a 50 to 60-year whooping. Yeah. So you want to tell me that you're more humane for that? Like, what I did was better than any other parent. So I give you 10 licks and put you in your room versus I give you a lifetime of ridicule and shame. Stop playing. That's why I asked the question in the beginning. Where's the father at? Because I ain't gonna hop on no social media.
Yeah.
I'm gonna handle this right here, right now.
Like, you remember the one, this was like probably about 3-4 years back, where the girls were twerking on camera and the father got the extension cord and wore them out on camera.
Yeah.
I'm like, don't get me wrong, that whooping, it was me. Oh yeah, you got your butt toe up. But I'm not about to put you on social media getting this whooping.
In that man's
No,
I gotta in that man's defense. You doing that right now. I didn't put you on social media. I just put this bell in your life. That could have been a live feed. I need to fix this now. So that ain't on him. That social part, if you get cyberbullied, that's because you forgot who I was.
But you know,
I handle it now.
Don't get me wrong. The whooping they got, yeah, it was well deserved. The whooping was well deserved. But I'm just saying, for it be on social media, when you that girl that got your butt toe up on, like, man, you roll your butt out.
I'm not the same way.
You could have kicked over the camera and said, you know what?
Because that diminishes the deed. I'm still concerned about. I'm never concerned about your social media life. I'm never concerned about that.
And you know what they said that man was doing? You know what the world said? Child abuse. Even though for a father, oh no, that's a whooping. That's a well-deserved whooping right there. That one right there. I would have kicked over that camera real quick. All you would have heard was, "Daddy, no." Whack.
Nothing over. I would look. You know who I am, and you know that your friends might be able to do that, and that seems fun. But don't let me catch you on their feed at their house, because when I see it, it's problem, it's pressure. I'm not gonna play with it. I'm not gonna toy with it. I'm not gonna joke with you. In my household, there are expectations.
Yeah.
You gonna live up to them as long as you living in this group.
But the only reason I'm saying is because when we talking about the bullying aspect, when we talk about the being made fun of, ridicule, it's going to be the same. Whether yes, it will. You still gonna be that girl got her butt toe up on.
You have to go through the intent. I agree. The bullying and all that's gonna be the same. But what I'm telling you is that man's intent negates him as the culprit. I didn't set this camera up to whoop you. I didn't tell you to get out here and twerk. You knew full well how I was gonna act if I saw this. You were stupid enough to do this in my house. You was better off doing it at the park down the street. And hopefully I don't have access to your social media. But as long as you know who I am and what I'm capable of and what I will do to ensure your success, it would behoove you, would be in your best interest not to be stupid and get your ass beat. Fucking with you.
Yes, I understand that. I definitely do. I understand that. All I'm thinking about is the ramifications in the long distance. I'm not talking about the whooping, because as I said 3-4 times, and I'll say it again, well deserved. Go and get that. Go and get that one. Yeah, you owed that one. But the fact that it was on social media is the issue. And I do believe social media has become a big issue in our children's lives because now everything's in front. Everybody sees everything. So everybody's trying to pass judgment and talk about things. Certain things don't need to go past your house.
Your house is not the zoo. Your house is not your local concert. Your house, regardless of how, what's that, the Mona Scott, it's Ray J. It's not whatever that stuff is when people just acting out.
Oh, reality TV?
It's not reality TV. Reality TV is fake.
Yeah.
Your life is real. There's no point in this where you gonna end up. You should not want to be a celebrity because you airing your dirty laundry. You put your clothes in the washer to get them clean to show the world. Clean your house. Ensure that your house is good. If I'm gonna put anything on social media, hey, you scored the winning shot in basketball. Good job, baby. I took that. I got that. The world needs to see that. Yeah. Oh, you made AB honor roll? What? It's tons of kids going to school right now making AB honor roll. And I ain't seen not one. I ain't seen not one person like, look at what my baby made.
That's the biggest issue. We like to show the conflict, the issues, and the drama that go on in our community, and actually, instead of lifting up our children, hey, my child hit that three. My child is playing great. My child is making straight A's. I've seen some children making straight A's. I'm like, yes, that's what needs to be shown. That's what needs to be pushed. But we push the ignorance, the stupidity, all this other kind of stuff. Why? For clickbait and likes. Because drama sells more than good things.
In other words, outside of the World Star Universe, we don't know when to pick up the camera. We ain't been directors long enough. Cameras has to be new to us. We, after Hype Williams and Belly, we just forgot that we can pick up a camera too. Okay? Yeah. Pick up your camera, and I guarantee right now, if your child, because I know report cards just came out recently. I know reports. Yeah. If your child is on AB or A honor roll, I need you to go in there, have your child hold up that report card, and you need to show the world that. Show me that. Mm-hmm. Build the feed of something for the people with children who have made AB honor roll. Because that's something for the people. That's what we need to do.
Yeah. You know what I would love to see? A family sitting down for dinner together. Mm-hmm. That would be beautiful.
Yes. Pick up the camera for that.
Yeah.
Not, but like I said, if your form of punishment is far superior to a 3-minute whooping for a lifetime of torture, if that's way out to you, how you feel, okay. You make your bed, you lying. And when your daughter come through and she Instagram live in your funeral, because that's what's gonna happen, right? Blame yourself. Yeah. That's on.
Hey, it's a cold world out here, but we gonna wrap it up.
Oh,
that was the last one.
Once again, I didn't do my shameless plug during the You Won't Believe This, so I'm gonna do it right now. If you made it to this point, man, shout out to you. Love, shout out to you. It's all love. And if you at this point, if you watch this far, I know you should have no issue hitting that like, subscribe, and notification bell, or finding us on an additional platform. Like I said, we on all, as far as I know, we on majority of the podcast networks, right? We also on YouTube, and I'm gonna help you help me, right? It's something, the number 4, EA people, and if you on YouTube, like I said, so podcast right there at the end, and I guarantee you're gonna get what you're looking for, you're gonna find us, right? And when you find us, like, subscribe, share, tell somebody. It ain't gonna hurt you, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, you talk about all the stuff that happened during your week that was negative. You finally found a positive show. And also a positive show that'll listen to you. So, if you type it in the comments, feel free. But, like, subscribe, notification bell just so you won't miss an episode. And, like I said, this has been another episode of Something for the People.
Y'all be easy.